Alright guys, welcome back to the Law of Gaming. I am the Law, and today we are progressing through Hogwarts Legacy Walkthrough Part 6, I believe we are up to. And we have one major quest we're planning on doing today, part of the main quest. And then this will set us up to be ready in Part 7 to finally attend flying class and get our broom. So let's get through this, let's rush through this as fast as we can, so that we can get started on the next one even sooner, so that everything that we've been pushing off so far, we can start jumping into. Quick edit here. We actually get our flying class done and our broom purchase in this episode, not part 7. So, no need to skip to the next one, just stay tuned for this one, and we are able to actually get it in this episode. So, we just finished learning a couple spells in our last one and became the dueling champion. So now we have our next main quest to see if we can find the missing pages to that book we found in the map room. Alright, so this is where we want to go, to the south wing. Do we have any fast travel locations? We do. Hopefully this will get us close. Alright. Scrope knows about that book you found. Is it missing something? Scrope does not believe it is safe to speak out in the open. Scrope has left another note across the bridge among the circle of rocks. Take care and tell no one about this.
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
Alright, so Scrope is a house elf. And I guess he's trying to be helpful.
Rebellion.
Do a little Rebellio, and there's a note right here. Oh, that's right. Alright, so we bring this little block over. Alright, maybe that'll be good enough. Climb up on the block, and now we can collect the note. Almost there. Head for the pumpkins, just down from the stone circle. Look inside one of them. You may be able to help poor broken-hearted Scrope.
Pumpkins? Ah, I think I know just the place.
Alrighty. This will be known as Potter's Hut. Not for a long time. Is it inside?
Revelio.
Alright. Ah, there it is. Come on. I'm not trying to waste any time here. Put it inside of a pumpkin. The young Slytherin must be exceptionally curious by now. Meet Scrope at the water's edge by the broken docks.
Down to the water's edge? This had better not be a trick.
Alright, there is fall damage, so be careful. It's still a little too loud.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Undermining the headmaster and getting something in return. Continue.
Oh, Scrope does not intend to undermine the headmaster. In fact, Scrope wants to surprise him. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding your pages.
Alright, so there's some little beasts and whatnot between here and where we're going, but for the most part I think we can just kind of run right past them.
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
We fed a toast to a painting of a doctor. Or is it a squid? I don't know what the difference is, to be honest.
Could it be? A visitor? Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
I'd like to have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages?
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Alright, so we gotta go find his dead body. Alright. Oh. So we return to the house elf.
Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollonia's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
Phew, that boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did.
You're missing
Thank you
an ear.
again, Scrope. You're a credit to house elves.
Alright, so he takes off. Forbidden Forest. Okay. There we go. We have to have Expelliarmus in order to do this, apparently. So, good that we have that already. So some of the side quests that we do, while they're side quests, they're still necessary. Alright, so get ready for a bunch of fights. Alright, so yeah, there's tons of loot and tons of little things we can do in here. But, as I've said many times, we are rushing through these at a reasonable pace.
Here I am, as good as my
We
word.
get to the point where we can get our broom first.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It took the cunning of a Slytherin to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Waiting on you.
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks. A stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path.
Alright, so we learned Incendio,
Incendio.
which...
Protego. Stupefy.
Alright, I don't have time for you guys. That fire's pretty good. These little things, they go up. If you're false, you get I wish we'd been able to get a better view of that, because what we just did was we shrank him, drew him to us, and then we stepped on him.
Incendio.
But for right now, because Incendio is the only fire spell we have, we use that to get rid of the cobwebs. And then we continue on through.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
And if we look on our mini map down there, you see that I don't know, claw mark or whatever. That lets us know that this is an area where we can collect
Something
beets,
oddly solemn
which we
about
will
this
do
place.
much
Such
later
legal
in the
creatures,
game.
Stags.
Come on.
There it is.
There we go.
Just as Jackdaw described.
I'm
Intramuros.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Oh goodness.
When are you going to give up? Why can't I keep you?
Alright, what's really great about this is I wish I had not equipped it yet.
Wait with that.
Now, but what we can do, which is great in this game, is if you do not have a certain spell equipped that you want equipped, if you go into your spell selection, it does pause the game while you're able to pick what you want. So we are going to get Expelliarmus and equip that, get rid of Leviosa because
Teach you nothing
we're never
about
going to use that. And that way we can get rid of their weapon that they're holding.
Expelliarmus.
Now, they will run and go pick it back up. This is not Harry Potter, where
Risk those
like, it's
loyalists will
an
report back
answer
to
to
Ranrock
everything.
now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
But later on, what's really great are the goblins that are holding axes. You can use Expelliarmus to pull the axe out of their hand, and then you can use your ancient magic to grab it and then hit them with the axe. And I love it.
This place is.
It's my go-to move, actually, whenever we get to that point. So now we begin the puzzles, which are not difficult. As you see, we have these 3 things to highlight up. And all we're going to do is we're just going to hit them all with a basic cast within a certain time period, and that opens the door.
Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of the spells will help me through this.
Of course they will. We've already been through 2 of them.
Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupid. Accio. Incendio. Stupid.
And in case you're wondering, that those shards of magic that come out do, in fact, disappear if you don't get them quick enough. So I highly recommend you grabbing those as soon as you can.
Stupid.
We just want to get this quest finished right now. And spiders galore. Alright, where is the 3rd one? There's 1, there's 2. Where's number 3?
Protego. Stupid.
It's in like a stupid spot.
Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere.
Yes, yes, yes.
Stupid.
Alright, fine. We'll go ahead and we'll take care of you guys.
Expelliarmus.
Alright. That's taken care of. So, hit this one. And hit this one. Oh, there it is. All right. Now, once the door is open, we're good. We don't have a time crunch or anything, other than just trying to get this quest done in this episode. If you are not a bug person, like I personally am not a bug person, this stuff creeps me out. Alright, so we have our little floating platform.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
We're going to use Accio/Osseo to bring it on over. And there's like loot and things like that that you can do in order, if you want to go elsewhere. we're trying to do this just as quickly as we can, so we just go straight across.
Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Stupid. Accio. Incendio. Potato. Stupid one. Stupid one.
That's where we came from, I think.
Stupid one. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
Give me that magic. Alright, so that's where we're headed, is over there to the left. So, let's see if I can we just hop down there? Hold on. Well, we're going to. Or we could have gone around and down the ramp, I guess. But why would we do things the easy way?
There it is.
Oh.
The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Richard Jackdaw.
Alright. So we've got one of these things that we have to hit down
But there
here.
you go. Stupid one.
And since we're down here, we'll go ahead and get our little quest thingy.
I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of it. Stupid. I need to look around.
Alright, is it not going to let us do this until we kill the spiders? I guess not. Okay, so I guess we have to kill the spiders first.
Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Alright, so now that we've killed them, now we can go do these things. Alright, so that's one down here. And then we just go back up the hill, go around. The other, and then the other one on the right.
Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We
And
meet again,
right in
Richard
front of us,
Jackdaw.
as soon as we come in this archway,
Thank you for keeping these pages safe.
is the
these years.
archway. Or the
Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room?
Oh no.
Accio. Incendio. Protego. Stupid. Expelliarmus. Stupid one. Incendio. Accio.
It's going to be like a terrible range to it.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
However, if you do hit someone with it, it is hurt.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
Let's go ahead and get our stupid loot first. This is not necessary, by the way. I'm just kidding.
Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
One big boy down. You guys think you can do something? I don't think so.
Expelliarmus.
You don't even have a sword or axe.
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Yeah. That's not murder at all. I'd rather get a body cadaver than that thing.
But that's unnerving. I've seen this before. Gringotts and the restricted section. Where am I?
Now
Oh no,
we have
the
some
road's
more.
starting to flood.
See, alright, this is a cool effect, but
How am I being
unnecessary.
protected? What sort of magic is
Oh
this?
no. We just filled this hallway up with water, but it doesn't, there's no point. It doesn't do anything to us. Bubble comes around us and we're good.
I can only
Just
hope
keep
this
on
magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here.
and then the water's gone.
What
Like,
is this place?
What's the point? I'm gonna have to change my title before because we did not find the map room before. This is the map room.
Can it be?
It can.
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic. Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to
What else are you gonna
discuss.
say?
But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
And a tasty beverage.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Alright. So now that we've done this, we unlocked this thing called talents, which are fantastic. So you got these different categories. They're kind of hard to, so some are for specific spells, some are more generalized, like if you go over, like those are for spells. If you go over to dark arts, you still have some that are more specific. This works for Expelliarmus, this works for Stupefy, this works for... Alright, so this is more of a dealing damage to a cursed target inflicts damage to all cursed targets. So we'll go into all of these later. We only have 5 talent points available right now, and we are not even going to pick them at the moment. We'll save that for later. We actually got through this one a little bit faster than I expected us to, so let's go on and exit. And maybe we can get our flying lesson in. Or should we do the flying lesson and buying our broom at the same
pages
time?
and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
And ta-da! We're back at Hogwarts. Wait a minute. No, I'm not even going to. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, it's up here. I saw a Flue Flame location and thought I passed it up, but I think it's up here.
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with a book.
Alright, so that's complete.
Revelio.
Anytime you see something on display, there's probably going to be a field guide page that you can collect.
You need to learn the Pulso, the banishing charm, useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Is that all? Alright, there we go. There's flying class. So, we are going to save this for the next episode so that we can do... Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and... We're going to do this right now. We're going to do this and get our broom right now. And this might just be a little bit of a longer episode than I was planning. We might be as close to it right now as we can be, considering the Flue Flame locations that we currently have. Yes, I know I just passed up the field guide page, but I'm on a clock here, people. I'm on a clock. Are you excited? I'm excited.
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started. Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Hello.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see
I never
how
noticed that
everyone kept
before.
up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up!
Thank you.
Now, your turn.
Seemed like a very samurai thing to do.
Oh, you stupid ratty school broom.
Up.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
Let's go.
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms
This
are
is brilliant.
school property. I want them returned in
This will
one
take some
piece.
getting used to.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Waiting on you.
This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view.
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
This is rather fun.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
I still am a first. I may be in my 5th year. Or starting as a 5th year, but it's still my first year.
Whoa. Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
So, to go forward, you hold R2. And to go up and down, you use the right joystick.
Good.
And you,
I've got this.
you know, it's kind of pretty self-explanatory once you get on it.
Oh, well done. Have a moment. I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Slytherin like you might be interested in making an escape from class?
I like
Can't
the
say
sound
no
of
to
that.
What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today.
Now, you don't really have to keep up with him. It's no big deal. He doesn't do anything too crazy.
Nice
Just
to
follow
get
him
above it
around.
all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
So you do this by holding L2. It gives you a small burst. You can see that you get a
You
little,
sure you're not part
a
hippogriff?
meter there.
There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms.
And you hit circle to get off the
Dismount
roof.
here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then?
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Alright, so how much coin do we have? But you can always check by going up here to your gear. Then over here underneath your name, you'll see how many gallons you have. And for some reason, I want to say that we have to... Let's go to the map. I want to say we need 3,000 in order to buy our broom. Oh, we do have one fast travel location. Now, if you try to come here...
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Alright. Alright, so we have some more mail. Now, if you try to come here before we do the flying class, then this will just be closed.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Alright, so as you can see, now that we've done the flying class, it kind of opens up
Wonderful.
the world for so many other things that we can do now. Now, we're going to see how much this broom costs.
Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome
We might
to
have to go do
Spintwitches.
some farming.
Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows, Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
I'll have a look.
Sounds quite the array of brooms.
Now, no matter which broom you choose, right now, they all perform the same. They just look different. Oh, okay. Alright, so we can buy any of these. And you can preview them by hitting triangle.
The highest quality.
Now, I think this one looks the best for what you can get right now. So
You'll
that's
be
what we're going to
thrilled with
buy.
that broom, I promise you.
Now, the downside here is that we can't fly anywhere in
Will
Hogsmeade.
certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class.
So we'll have to fast travel somewhere else to try it out here for a minute.
You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements.
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to...
Yeah. Okay. So what he pretty much just said is, if we win some races, every time we win a race, come back here and he'll have an upgrade for us. What he failed to mention is that when you come back here, that upgrade that he has for us, we have to pay for it. You don't just get it for free. So we're going to go wrap up the episode by testing out our broom. And yeah, really? There we go. Fast travel to here, just so we can test this out. Alright, so if you hold down L1 and you look to the right side of the screen, you can see these three objects over here. And on the very right, there's a broomstick. You hit circle, you hop on your broom. And just as before, and there you go. Now we're on a broom. And we're all super excited. Now you can pop these balloons, and we will end up popping up a whole bunch of them for some challenges later on. And starting in the next episode, we'll go over all the challenges, what they do, how to collect them. But that'll be it for this one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.